evening to everybody. It is 10:37 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on 5/19/2020. Steve was in my Telegram group, pops in once in a while, and this comment here basically was in reference to a lot of, how can I put it, impatient people in the main Telegram group, which is featured down below on the right side there, t.me Apollo Community. So anyway, impatience, no doubt about that. There's just a lot of people that just can't put up with, I don't know, the chance to make a ton of money. No, I'm just joking. Anyway, comment here, as you're reading it probably, as I just spot off that. Not at all. We have been working to get to this point. That's good to hear, Steve. You have no idea. We're all in this together, and it's going to be great to get together and shake hands and do shots. Okay, now Steve's statement down below. I think it's fair to say that we have ups and downs naturally with our daily moods, and that correspond with what happens in our lives. But we all know this project will come to fruition. There is absolutely no doubt in my mind that we are heading way, way above $1. Now that's something you got to think about for a second. Okay, Steve's one that's at the front lines, signing the Lesotho MOU, the Zimbabwe CBZ MOA, the deal with the United Allied States to power their government and military, and so much more with Egypt and a bunch more. He can see the future because he knows the quality stuff that's on the horizon and the big stuff that is on the horizon. There are other coins that talk about doing this down the road, or this on a, on a small scale, one department, that kind of a thing. Apollo is kicking butt on the big scale, taking care of governments, of countries, and that's something that you're going to see very, very shortly. And the news, the world news, as that intro said, yeah, it's going to be world news with Zimbabwe, world news with the United Allied States. So much more coming, world news. There was a YouTuber by the name of, I think it was Crypto Weakling. I think that's what his name was. I can't really say, I mean, I never watch him. But when I did hear him, he's got a lackluster sound. Doesn't have any life into his voice, nothing. Bashing Apollo. Well, guess what? The muscle in this crypto world is Apollo. Truly, the muscle in the crypto world is Apollo. Everything that they have, when you look at their, I could stare at that screen and just go, it's hypnotizing, I tell you. Go to Apollo Fintech, APLFintech.com, and go to their team page. Victor is the director of brand development. Steve is the CEO. That's going to be changing pretty soon. The brains for the marketing and the products. Victor is the brains for the devs. Apollo has the best devs in the world, making the 1 to 2 second speed on the blockchain, sharding the database blockchain to update it, preventing forks and 51% attacks. Speaking of forks, I'll give you an article shortly of how forks are so bad at times. Okay, then George Sabastio. George is the CTO at one of the CTOs at Huawei, and an expert in cloud, AI, and a bunch more. Blockchain security. This is just the part of the team. There's so many more people involved in the team, but this shows you the quality of this team that's about to set world history. World history. Getting to the crypto market, you have 250 or 60. Oh, there we go. 264. And look at the paltry daily at 19. So you got BTC at 97.20 and just hovering about a 1% up. ETH is at 212. XRP is at 20 cents. I think they're waiting for Apollo. They're just waiting. And it's just a matter of time before that cranks up the charts. APL. Oh, and also too, talking to Steve, the IEO, the presale for the Apollo Fintech GSC, Gold Standard Currency, stablecoin. IEO is coming. The basics, they want to wait for CBZ MOA and the more and more. for the United Allied States before launching that. Just so some people that don't know Apollo, yeah, they get to see all that, and then they do. Well, guess what? For the Apollo people out there that know for the last 2 years what Apollo's been doing, IEO is going to be this month, from what Steve just told me yesterday. So, unless something is unforeseen and it just delays it, this week or next week, it's going to be announced. And that's something that's going to be a cool thing to see. And everybody will have my discount code like I had during the CDE back in 2018. So Iran moves to restrict, that's good news, isn't it? Iran moves to restrict crypto exchanges under the currency smuggling laws. Iran, you're idiots. Just idiots. Totalitarian. Okay, back warehouses clients can now buy $500 million in additional insurance coverage. It is a smart thing to insure your holdings in the warehouse if you have it there. Tron will see, this is what I mean about forks. Tron will seize 5 million Steam from dissident token holders. When you look, a lot of people criticize this, and it's something that basically it's censorship. Steam witnesses will seize the assets and accounts of several users who disagree with Tron's buyout of the blockchain. The decision is part of a long-running dispute between Tron CEO Justin Sun and Hive supporters. Despite the publicity, most user accounts will not be affected, but 5 million in Steam is going to be seized with this fork. So Steam, a popular blockchain and social blogging platform, will undergo a hard fork on Wednesday to shut down the accounts that object to Tron's leadership. So that's all I can say there. A lot of these networks, they're just a mess. Seriously, with forks and everything, it's just a mess. Apollo's blockchain, there is no forking, no 51% in tax. Nice stable, and it's got sharded blocks for the most efficient blocks that can do national currency in countries because it's sharded. Yeah, that's Apollo. Okay, can I say sharded one more time? Chinese basically another totalitarian piece, but they're smartening up. They're basically thinking more and more about crypto, doing their own central bank thing, and hey man, this could be good. Yeah, China's moving on it. There are a lot of countries that are definitely thinking about doing digital dollars. Some will have many, many years down the road before they even get it done. Many, many years. But in the next little bit, you're going to see 20 million wallets in Zimbabwe using the Apollo wallet, Light wallet, to scan and pay for daily goods, rent, pay rent, do everything with it, using a gold standard currency hosted on Apollo's network. The fees will be paid by Apollo, APL. Yeah, the APL coin will pay that. 20 million wallets. Zimbabwe. CBZ MOA. Commodity exchange. It's all coming. The United Allied States, having this country use a gold standard currency hosted on Apollo's blockchain, is bigger than you know. You know why? This United Allied States is going to be taking more and more states into it from around the world, using the gold standard currency hosted on Apollo's blockchain that is all over the world, sharded, 2 seconds, 1 to 2 second speed. Think about all that. And then, so much more coming. The social ecosystem on aplfintech.com. The Knox Global is part of that social ecosystem. Basically, a lot like COINBASE with Simple Buy. You have the Gold Ink game coming out on June 1st. I said April 1st, one of my last videos. Not enough coffee. Speaking of coffee, hold on. There we go, Java. So you've got so much coming, and so much that's under wraps that can't be said yet. Coming. I'm under an NDA, so with Apollo, I can't say what I know is so far that is coming. But I can just tell you this: I can speak with confidence that my 2-year stint talking about Apollo and watching them develop everything that I just mentioned in this video it's going to be 2 more years of even much more outstanding stuff in the next few months. The most outstanding world news. So go to the ApolloCurrency.com, go to the wallets page, I should say, and get your wallet of any choice. Somebody messaged me on my channel saying, can you forge with the web wallet? Yes, you can. You can forge, and that's another thing too. Passive income with Apollo. You can forge, and you can also do staking coming up soon on the knoxvip.com, which also has over-the-counter sales. Professional exchange, 200 plus. Apollo has 3 exchanges, 2 centralized, 1 decentralized, in the all-in-one wallet that you're going to be downloading to get your APLs at BITMMART. And then I would say BITMMART's your best. Then Knox Global, coming. Knox VIP, currently. And then Digifinex. Those are your main ones to think about that are convenient for you. You also have HIT BTC with USDT. That is out there too. And if you go to, there's more too, but those are your main ones. This next little bit coming up, you're going to have the breaking news breaking, talking about the IEO presale combo. You're going to hear more about the United Allied States, the website for United Allied States, coming soon. Everybody says, well, like the coming soon thing. Well, guess what? You're talking about world events. You're talking about historic events. They don't happen quick, but they do come. And when you look at Apollo's track record of the last 2 years, build it, and they will come. And Apollo has built it. They have 2 years of solid production with the best devs in the world. In the Ukraine, at the first bridge company in the Ukraine, and the Apollo devs. On GitHub, you see the very activeness. And who else did sharding on a database blockchain? Apollo was first. Exactly. Apollo is basically staged and ready to go. Apollo Fintech providing all the government, consumer, and commercial products coming up right there. National currency, folks. In the United Allied States, 24 karat embedded real currency in your hand. I'm going to have some of that. I am. I'm going to get it. Have it. It's historic. Spend it. Okay, anyway, there's your stuff right there. I got to stop it. It almost sounds like I've had a few beers. Anyway, everybody have a great one. On the way out, any breaking news I'll have for you. Hit the notification bell and subscribe, of course, if you can. Later, guys.